This video is for if you got number 3 incorrect. Now, number 3, the question reads, what is the main problem in the story? Main problem in the story. I want you to underline main. Well, you don't have the sheet, but if you were taking this on paper, I want you to underline main and circle problem. Now, when you're filling out your correction sheet, my best guess for why you would have gotten number 3 incorrect, make sure you write number 3. And the skill here is called conflict. And I would also say that if you got number 3 incorrect, it's also possible that you did not read for main idea or summary, okay? And the reason for this is that there's not a particular paragraph that's going to give us the answer to this question. This is really about understanding the whole story. Additionally, if you don't know what conflict is, you're going to have a hard time understanding what moves the entire story, what makes the entire story happen. So if you miss this question, my best guess is that you didn't understand the whole story. And again, my best guess is that you did not read continuously. And what I mean by that is that if you missed this question, my best guess for you is that you potentially stopped in the middle of reading, you did your reading kind of chopped up, you didn't try to push yourself to read from beginning to end without stopping. So think about that for what you'll do differently next time, but let's look at the actual question and see if we can get it right, okay? So think about what you will do differently next time as I go over this question. What is the main problem in the story? All right, if this were me, I would go back and look at the gists that I had done in this paragraph. So I'll give you an exemplar gists here. Two sisters are evil, mean, envious. Two sisters locked up, one sister and first sister founded. The king, the shoes falls off. Sister 1 is the prince's bride. Sister 2 and 3 make sister 1 into the dove, and prince saves sister 1. So I'm seeing strong gisting here that clearly shows that this person understood. Look at the word that shows up in all of their gists. Seeing a lot about these sisters, all right? And when I'm looking at the main problem, I'm thinking about what problem exists for the whole story. And by that I mean, what problem makes everything else happen? So for example, A, the dove is not able to speak. Okay, that is a problem. But is that why the entire story happens? This does not happen until the end of the story. It does not happen until the end. So it could not possibly be the main problem. The main problem is what drives the entire story, and this isn't a problem until the very end. The anklet frightens the horses. Same explanation. This was a problem, but it did not move the entire story. It didn't happen until towards the end, and it only was mentioned once, and it didn't make anything else happen in the story. The mother is absent from the girl's life. Okay, that does kind of happen towards the beginning. So I might leave that one here. I might put a little tilde next to it. The sister's jealousy causes several problems for the girl. Okay, I'm already thinking this one because it uses this keyword of sisters. And that was a really, really repeated problem throughout the entire passage. And you could see that in those gists. The gists used the word sister every single time. So far this is my favorite answer. And I'm gonna go back and think about this one. The mother is absent from the girl's life. This is mentioned at the beginning, but it's never revisited. It never says throughout the story, then the girl thought about her mother and was filled with sadness and decided to go to the ball. That's not what happens. This is something that's mentioned at the beginning, but it doesn't drive the entire story. The mother being absent is not why the girl goes to the ball. It's not why she meets the prince. It's not why she gets the anklet. It is not the main problem of the story. So the correct answer here is going to be D. So if you got that question wrong, I want you to make sure that you really consider what you're going to do differently. Because my best guess is that you did not do this, and you did not have an understanding of the whole story. I would also say if you want to add, gisting can be very helpful for these types of questions.